Good morning, good morning. You know what to do, but you're not doing it. How does that make you feel? I remember when I was in a job and I used to say, my goodness, if I did what I was capable of, I'd be a millionaire. But I never did it because I never believed I could actually do it. It all comes down to the self image that you hold inside of yourself. Not the one that you've got up here, not the one that ego's shouting around and good morning, Liz. Not the one that ego's shouting around and saying, I can do this and I can do that. I mean, the one that really believes. So it's like somebody said to me the other day about winning the lottery, and I said, you don't want to win the lottery. And she went, oh my God, you're right, because of this, and this. There's so many hidden thoughts that are happening. So, like, look at the bottom of this screen right now, and there's like thoughts going across it. Yeah. So join the free 5-day masterclass. You see, that's what's going on in your life, but you can't see that. There's an underlying current going along. And unless you learn how to pay attention to that, that is what is driving your results. Like, you can work so hard. You can keep putting that force out there. Let me tell you about force. Force negates and just makes you exhausted. Are you exhausted? Have you learned? Do you know it all? And you're even doing it, but you still don't get the results. You cannot work hard enough to get results. And your results do not lie. Your results are screaming out to you what your paradigm is. They are screaming out to you. You see, how would you like to have the trick to staying in charge no matter what? How would you like to have that winning formula? I'm not going to tell you it here, because if I tell you it here, it'll go in one ear and out the other anyway. So that 5-day masterclass, which the link's up there, I know, Liz, you're on it. Great. That's going to be a bonus day. But you won't understand it unless you've listened to everything else I've said beforehand. Because it'll just be like, well, that's so simple. But then you won't do it. And I want you to do it. I want you to do it. So it's going to be a bonus day. So I've said it's a 5-day masterclass. I've just turned it into a 6-day one. Are you prepared to turn up on the Saturday to listen? How much is your dream worth it? Like, if you could get rid of all the fear, procrastination, what would you do? What would you do? And here's another one. Like, if it's, people talk about affirmations and autosuggestion, how long will you write that out before you go, oh, this doesn't work? 3 days? 10 days? What if I told you a minimum of 10,000 times to write that affirmation out? I mean, it doesn't have to be that way. But would you be prepared to write it out 10,000 times? I mean, how long would it take you to write that out? Say you wrote it out 100 times a day. That'd take you 100 days. But if you want to write it out 10 times a day, it'll take you 1,000 days. What are you prepared to sacrifice? It's not really sacrifice, is it? Writing something out to reprogram your body. Because, you see, you're perfect. Like, your spiritual DNA is perfect. You are God's highest form of creation. And that perfection is desperately trying to get through. But we landed in these bodies, all pre-programmed with somebody else's programs. I no clue what's going on in it. And here's the thing about going investigating that. Like, apparently it's taken 13.8 billion years for me to be right here, right now, in front of you. Like, it's a long time to investigate. And basically, with everything is consciousness anyway. It's consciousness investigating consciousness, which is just like a mirror effect. It's going to go on and on forever. So if anybody's tried counseling and stuff like that, like, how's that working out for you? Are you still at it? 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years later? Because you think somebody else has got the answer for you. And they don't. Which sounds a bit silly when I'm asking you to come and watch me on the 22nd of March. But I want you to have your own answers. I want you to listen to what Bob has said and what I have learned through him. And then find your own answers. You have everything inside you. You have the toolkit. That's what's amazing about this work. So I didn't really believe that I had it all inside. And as the more and more I do, the more I realize, oh my God, it's all there. It's just the stories that I'm telling on top of it. So yeah, the trick to staying in charge no matter what. It'll be day 6 of my 5-day masterclass. How fun's that? Like, order is heaven's first law. Here's something I want to leave you with today. Order is heaven's first law. There's another law, the law of cause and effect. Where are you investigating? Are you investigating the effects? Or do you look at the cause? Do you keep complaining about something outside you when there is no outside you? It's inside you, the cause. You're the cause of all your results. You don't like that, do you? No, but he makes me feel that way. You know, COVID's happened to me. And, you know, do you know what I love what Bob says is you create your own economy. You create your own life. You create it. You know, when you finally take 100% responsibility for that, that's true freedom. That is true freedom. So if you haven't registered, get yourself up there. I'm going to just like pass it all out as much as whatever I know. And if you're on the Zoom link, we're going to be having a private question and answer after, so you can ask me directly related to your problem, your life, whatever. But I guarantee that you know the answer. You just want somebody to confirm it and validate. But I know you know the answer. You know what to do. You're just not doing it. Have a wonderful day. See ya.